Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. This is Madden 18 on EA Sports. It's hard to imagine this not being a fun game to watch. It's the Giants going up against the Oilers. With that, let's welcome in our fine broadcast team. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, we appreciate it, Larry. It's our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the Houston Oilers. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, you take a look at our home side as we enter play here. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Giants, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that 2nd win in a row.
Now a carry here for Orleans Darkwa. And all the way down to the 26. A big gain there on the first play of the game. 49 yards. They had trouble stopping the run last week in a loss, and here it rears its ugly head early.
You're supposed to try and get your confidence going after a loss like that where you gave up big yards running the football. This is not the way to go about it. It looks exactly as it did just a week ago.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Well, that's how they envisioned it. Get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be taken out by the product of the University of Louisville, the talented Teddy Bridgewater.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that 1 interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone?
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Olivier Vernon in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. And they tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
Let's go. Play 90.
3rd and short yardage, Bridgewater. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Play 90.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Well, I thought they should have punted before. Now they probably definitely need to punt, right?
Yeah, we did a little mind melding there, didn't we? Because I was wondering, why are you out there if you're not going to punt it in the first place? Now, I don't think they have any choice.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. Here's Beckham. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. New York set to take the field. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And we take a look now at the New York offense.
After guys have been in the NFL for a little while, you start to think that people will start to catch up with them because they've watched film and they kind of get a so-called book on them. But I think Odell Beckham Jr. continues to ascend because of his ability to not just create, but compete. He comes up with different ways to run his routes, different ways to shake people off. But the way he competes for the football always means he's going to be a big-time target for whoever's playing quarterback.
That is incomplete. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
On every snap, a defense is trying to establish who they are, but on 3rd and short, that's really when you put it out there and tell people who you are, and that's exactly what they did. For the offense, they're looking at their offensive line and saying, guys, where are you? We need you on those plays.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot, and this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it, and this one winds up no good.
They go play action here on 1st down. Rashard Matthews here on the catch. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. That's complete to Taywan Taylor. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
A first down carry for Henry. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
So we played one quarter here on a Monday night. 7-0 is our score. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, and our drive continues here to start quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 6 to start things out. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. A second down throw for Bridgewater. He almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Adam Thielen, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use it because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
Now Stephen Gostkowski on for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. New York set to take the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Get a little closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
They'll run again now with Darquan. The broken tackle, but couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
On the run, Darquan. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Manning now on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Larry Ridley will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Manning to throw on 3rd and 1. It's caught. Shepard. Touchdown, Giants. Sterling Shepard, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants have taken the lead. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting runs, so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away. Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Over the middle, that's caught by Taylor. And he's brought down. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the...
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Darian Thompson, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
And nothing but daylight ahead. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Orleans Darkwa, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants strike quickly here for 6 points. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Getting set to go here, Teddy Bridgewater and company marches back onto the field. And how does he rally the troops, so to speak? He's played well, but they're down big on the scoreboard. How does he get his guys going?
To make sure they understand it's not a me game, it's a team game. Everyone has to come together. Everyone has to up the level of play a little bit, including himself, and find a way to make some plays in order to give them a little bit of a spark and rally the team.
We'll see if they can indeed rally down big on the scoreboard right now. Here's Bridgewater. Over the middle, complete. It's Taylor. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Bridgewater to throw it. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Taylor. Now another timeout called for by the offense as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Fresh set of downs here. And again, it's Bridgewater. He'll find Thielen working the middle, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. To the air again with Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. He was trying to get it to Taywan Taylor. And that takes us from second to third down.
One thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. This clearly the final play of the half, but no field goal attempt. They're going for it with 3 seconds remaining. Final play of the half, Bridgewater. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. You knew time was going to run out, so this had to be in the end zone, and somehow they were able to find a window and get it done.
Very easy for us to talk about up here that, yes, all that had to happen, but when time's running down, sometimes your brain compresses a little bit too. They showed great poise, understanding of situation, making sure they got to the end zone in order to complete that pass and take a nice momentum into the locker room.
Gostkowski for the point after. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. So we come upon halftime here with the visiting Giants out on top. As we send you now to Orlando to check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, LR.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. The Oilers trail at home at halftime. The Giants have come in and looked good as the road team. And will just keep trying to play hard and maintain the lead going forward. All right, let's roll the highlights. First and 10, coverage breaks down on the deep pass. And this two-play drive goes for a touchdown as they get out to a 7-0 lead. Third down from the 10, the pass is completed into tight coverage, and this 5-play drive goes for a touchdown as that evens the score at 7-7. Third down from inside the 40. Shepard's going to haul in the pass over the middle. And this play will go for 6. That takes the lead up to 7. Oilers have it late in the second. Here the defense will come up with the pick. Thompson's the one who makes the pick to give a boost to his defense. Offense now with the shot after the pick. He's going to get it to the open, and he'll end up sprinting into the end zone as they go out in front, 14-7. Still late in the first half. Taylor is by himself here, and he won't be brought down until he makes it to the 23-yard line. Staying late in the half. Here we get a quick pass and completion, and this will go all the way for a touchdown. Trailing now by just a touchdown. So that's it for us. We'll go back now to Houston for the start of the second half.
Thank you, LR. Appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And now out comes Houston. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And he fires one incomplete. The intended receiver, Taywan Taylor. That'll bring up second down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Now a handoff to Henry. Room to run inside the 40. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. 2nd down, Bridgewater. And he rifles one incomplete.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. Now Bridgewater. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Olivier Vernon in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And he's closing in on that often elusive 200-yard mark.
And you know he's celebrating what's going on. He may not know exactly where he is in yardage, but he has a pretty decent idea.
Come on, he knows.
Runners always know. But he's also in that huddle telling his offensive lineman, thank you.
Very tough spot here for the offense to start. They'll run with Darquan. Fighting to get back to the goal line. I don't think he got there. He did not get back there. It's a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt. And if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
And now out comes Houston. And, you know, their previous possession, they were able to move the football, but still wound up punting in the end.
You know, in 2016, Carolina had a 20-play drive that lasted over 10 minutes. And remember how it ended?
In a punt.
Yeah, I mean, how does that happen? You just don't see that happen every day.
And this one maybe not quite that bad, but still, you'd like to have a chance for points if you hold the football that long.
Agreed. How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also get...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 48, the 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Giants. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded about a yard deep. And now out comes Houston. And the 2 points always stings, but they can put this in the end zone. You could make it a 2-score swing.
That stinging is probably that shot you take to the body. But now they can hit them in the chin with a big one, can't they? I mean, they can come right up and smack them and really create a great advantage for themselves.
An opportunity to take advantage. We'll see if they do just that.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Bridgewater on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. That's Taylor. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Back-to-back gains of 17, and they are really on the march now. It's a 1st down. Here's Bridgewater, and it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
On 2nd down, Bridgewater again. And Matthews over the middle with a grab. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Jordan Matthews, his first touchdown on the year. And his guys are able to make this a close game again. Extra point try for Gostkowski. Well, you know, you can't get all the points back at once, but baby steps a good start.
A start that was sorely needed because this team looked like they might be out of this one, but getting a touchdown, getting back into it, gives them hope as they move forward.
Gostkowski now out to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's Darkwa. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. It's the Giants with the football and also the lead as we get set to start. So 2nd down, 3 yards to go now. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a 1st down.
So this is where the recording started getting really messed up, so what I had to do was go into the highlights because it didn't get fixed until a minute left in the game. So the Giants on that drive ended up scoring a touchdown. They went ahead 35-23. We ended up getting the ball back and doing a little drive of our own down the field, trying to get down, but the clock was winding down, so with about a minute left we had to go end zone with it. And unfortunately it got intercepted, but this is where I was able to fix the recording, so back to the regular game.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for the Giants, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll return home next week to take on the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the Washington Redskins. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night, everybody.